It's never too late to make a big change. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I'm the Cowhat Librarian, and tonight I've got a really fun one. It is by a talented duo who've worked together in the past, Rhett Miller and Dan Santat, who previously worked on the absolutely hilarious anthology No More Poems, which I highly recommend, but haven't gotten around to making a video about yet. Anyway, this latest effort from this absolutely dynamic duo is The Baby Changing Station. As the story starts, our hero, 10-year-old James, has a new brother, Joe, and he's used to being the center of attention, and now he no longer is because of his baby brother. James can't understand why his parents lose their mind when Joe does really, really ordinary things like burp or clap, when, of course, he's an expert at those things. And over time, he gets more and more frustrated having this little brother and thinks about all the ways he could get rid of him and go back to the way things used to be, where it was just him and his parents. So, one night, their parents take James and Joe to their favorite pizza place in the world, the Magic Pan. And while there, Joe does what every little kid does. He poops. And when their parents start arguing over whose turn it is to change him, they ultimately decide that it's James's turn. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but I know if I'd been a 10-year-old and been asked to go change my baby brother's diaper, I would not have been thrilled. James takes it much better than I would have, and in fact, he heads into the bathroom with his brother. But as he finishes changing him, an ad comes up on the screen behind the change table, offering to let James trade his baby brother in for all sorts of nifty things. And so it's left as a question to the reader. Will he actually give in? Will he take advantage of this? Is it a trick? Or is he going to do the right thing? It was great. Rhett Miller is absolutely hilarious. As I said, I thoroughly enjoyed his anthology, No More Poems. He's a very, very funny guy. And while this might not be the most original story ever, the idea of an older brother being tempted by all these possibilities to trade in his younger sibling and return things to how they used to be, it's a good story. The other part of this partnership, Dan Santat, is an absolute treasure. His signature art style is all over this book with expressive characters and fun colors and over-the-top illustrations. It's a masterpiece, folks. The two of them working together, they make magic. If you've watched my video on It's a Tiger by David LaRochelle and Jeremy Tankard, the best picture book of all time, by the way, you'll know that I referred to them as their collaboration as being more than the sum of their parts. The you got your chocolate in my peanut butter moment of picture books. And this partnership is nearly on that level. It's fantastic. And I highly recommend it. If you like other things like No More Poems, of course, if you like some of maybe Jeff Mack's books like Good News, Bad News, or mine, I think you'd really get a kick out of this. Now, with all that good stuff said, there are spoilers ahead because I have to talk about the deal breakers. So, as with any rhyming book of this nature, Rhett Miller does stretch a vowel or two or cheat a little bit on the rhymes, and that's understandable. The rhythm of this book is absolutely fantastic, and it's very easy to get swept along with it while you're reading and not notice the little niggling changes or not quite rhymes that he uses. There's one page where that just fell flat, though. I look down at Joe, someday he'll grow and we can play capture the flag, will always win, but if I trade him in, what partner will I have? He wrecked it. It was such a beautiful sing-song rhythm that was kept up through the rest of the book. This AAB CCB rhyming scheme, and it worked so well everywhere else, and he just shot it here, and I don't know why. It wasn't the climax of the book. It wasn't a place where throwing off the rhythm would add extra impact. It wrecked the rhythm, and I don't know what the heck Rhett Miller was thinking. I don't know how this got past an editor, to be honest. It ruined the flow, and it's a real shame, because the rest of this is brilliant. It's so good, and the ending, well, a little bit predictable maybe, that James decides not to give up his brother and they head back to the table together, and it culminates with a rhyme ending that Joe says his first word, and that first word is James. It's a crowd pleaser. It's a smile teaser. It's a great book with that one page's wrecked rhythm aside. I highly recommend it. Go borrow it from your local public library. And on that note, if you use the services of a local public library and you appreciate those services, I highly recommend taking just a minute and letting the powers that be know that you use and appreciate your public library. Tell a council member, tell your mayor, tell your MLA. We're at a time when some public libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to keep offering the materials and programs and services you value. And a few good words in the right ears might make a world of difference. And if by some chance you do work at a library, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, thanks for listening to me talk all about this book. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back to see what else I have to talk about from the Cowhat Library. Thank you. Bye now.